Welcome back, ZielBelles, to the inspiratorial corner of my channel. I am Mosey6, and today I have for you a tutorial on how to build beautiful realistic lamps for your awesome builds. So without further delay, let's begin. For this tutorial, if you don't already have it, you will need to buy the Advanced Placing Game Pass, which costs 200 Robux, and you will need the following items. For the build tools, I am using the yellow carpet and the non-transparent cube. For the lamp items, I am using the decorative log tray, tall decorative vase, light box, 2 vertical cylinders, and the non-transparent ones, and the small round rod. So let's take a moment to gather our items. So now that we have everything, here's just a quick tip. You may already know this, but just to emphasize, the grid there on the right will allow you to build using 3 grid sizes. The largest grid will allow you to place objects at evenly aligned distances from each other. The medium grid will allow you to align your objects at closer distances, and the smallest grid will allow you to do the same thing at an even closer distance, which will allow you to move your objects pretty much anywhere you want and even overlap each other. Great, so to get started, the first step, we're going to scale the log tray down to its smallest size, and then we'll place our decorative lamp right on top of that log tray and scale it so that the body of the lamp is at its tallest height, and we'll adjust the width to how wide we want it to be. Okay, perfect. So now using our cube tool, we're going to adjust it to where we want our lampshade to sit above the body of our lamp. Now mine is going to measure at 3.35. Okay, great. So the next step is to sit our carpet tool on the cube and place our lampshade right on top of it. Since this is a layered lampshade, this first cylinder will be our inner layer. Once I remove the cube tool, as you can see, this lamp will not be movable as a whole lamp. So if we want to relocate the lamp, it would have to be moved in sections and be rebuilt. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and use our cube tool to measure where the outer layer of the lamp will sit, and we want it to sit at a taller height than our first cylinder to create that layered effect. And mine will measure at 3.8. Okay, awesome. So for this next step, we'll have to scale the inner layer cylinder down to its shortest size to expose the cube tool. Then we can sit our carpet right on top of the cube and place our outer shade right on top of that. So let's go ahead and scale that outer layer cylinder all the way down, and now we can add our light box again using the carpet tool. I know this carpet tool seems pretty repetitive, but it will allow us to adjust the size of our shade. Because if the light box was sitting directly on the cylinder, it would really be impossible to adjust the size of that top cylinder. So here I'm just showing you a brief demonstration of that. Okay, so here I'm just scaling down the light box to look like a normal light bulb. It's not necessary, but it really makes it more realistic for me. But now before fixing our lampshades, I went ahead to choose the color that I want my light to illuminate. My choice is khaki because it really is bright and warm, and I just love this color, especially for the autumn season. Okay, so now after that, we can adjust our lampshade sizes. And I also wanted to point out that the lamps in this tutorial are fully functional. It works with the light switch, and when you go near it, you'll have the option to turn on and turn off. Okay, beautiful. Now that our lampshades are looking gorgeous, we're going to go ahead and add our small standard rod. And using the medium grid tool, we can start at the top center of the cylinders and bring that rod all the way down to the center of the log tray base. There, and now we can add the lamp body with the tall decorative base. Ooh, looking good. Okay, great. So now the fun part is coloring it up. For the rod, I'm using metal roof material with the ghost gray color. The body, I'm going to just leave that as is. It's pretty and bright already. And for the base, I'm using the linen color since it's my favorite color for the primary and the secondary colors. And the material is going to stay as is as well. Okay, so now for the lampshades, the newer wicker material is my latest favorite. I use it too much. So it's even the material there for my curtains, as you notice there in the back. So we're gonna go ahead with that. And I'm gonna match it up with the same linen brown color as the base. Yay, our lamp is complete. Let's go ahead and clear the table to get a little glam cam. Awesome! Now let's go see what this can look like in an actual Bloxburg build. So now here's another gorgeous lamp that I'd like to show you how to make, and it can be used as a floor lamp or a table lamp. For this lamp, we will need our carpet tool, cube tool, and 4 round decorative vases for the table lamp, and 8 if you're creating a floor lamp. To save time, we can go ahead and size down our vases to a 0.5 height and a 0.5 width. And since I'm creating the table lamp, I will copy it 4 times. For the floor lamp, you'll copy that 8 times. We're also going to need a light box that I'll color khaki. We need a decorative log tray, 1 semi-transparent vertical cylinder, 2 solid color vertical cylinders, and lastly, the standard round rod standard size. And again, let's take a moment to get all of our materials. Just to also point out, the medium-sized grid is especially useful for this lamp as it will keep everything aligned and in uniform. So now we can begin to scale down our log tray down to its smallest size, and then we'll grab one of our vases and place it in the center of the log tray. So after that, we're going to go ahead and grab our cube tool and place it on the log and extend it so that it's a bit wider and longer than the vase. As a guide, we're going to scale the cube up so that it's just covering the top of the vase. And mine measures at 0.5. Next, we're going to want to increase the height by 0.1. So now we have a height 0.6. And then we'll leave it at that height. We're going to use this measurement formula for each vase to keep the whole lamp even looking and realistic. Okay, great. So now we can set our carpet on the cube and place the second round vase right on top. And I noticed that my lamp wasn't aligned properly, so I went ahead to use the medium-sized grid to realign my vases. So let's go ahead and use the same method for the second vase. We can move the bottom vase out of the way, put our cube tool on the base, and scale it up until it's just covering the top of the second vase, which will measure at 1.1. Again, what we want is 0.1 above that number, so we'll bring it to 1.2 and confirm it. Awesome. Next, we'll sit our carpet tool on the cube and place our third vase on top. And it would be helpful to just check and make sure that each new vase that we put on top is aligned with the others before we move on. So great. Now, using the same method, we're going to scale up our cube tool until it's just covering the top of the vase, and then increase the height by 0.1. So mine was 1.7, and I'm going to confirm it at 1.8. And again, for the floor lamp, you will do this step for all remaining vases. Okay, so this next step will prepare us to add the rod and light box. First, we're going to add the carpet tool and place our vase on top like so. For this final vase, we're going to slightly change our formula and scale the cube until it reaches just above the vase. Mine measures 2.3. And now we're going to increase that measurement by 0.4. So that will bring us to 2.7. And we'll confirm it there. After adding our carpet, we're going to remove our cube, and we'll take a look at our vases to make sure all of them are evenly separated from each other and it's looking great. That's exactly what we want to move to the next step. Great, so now we're going to grab our rod, bring it to the center of the carpet and all the way down to the lamp base. And this should fall straight down the center of each of the vases that we've already applied to the lamp. Awesome. Now we can add our light box. The light bulb will show, so I'm going to scale it down to a natural bulb size and place it in the center of the carpet. So now, using the medium-sized grid, it's going to allow us to place the cube back onto the vase, to the base, the log tray, in alignment with the lamp. And then we're going to scale the cube upwards so that it measures right in between the bulb and the top vase. This is where our lampshade is going to sit, and mine measures at 2.45. sweet. Now once that's done, we'll go ahead and put our carpet on the cube, place our semi-transparent lampshade, and using our medium size grid, this will help us to center it with our lamp. Awesome. So at this point, we can add our bottom vase back onto the lamp and adjust the size of our shade. Now let's color it up. For the shade, I'm using institutional white to make it more visible, and for simplicity, I chose my favorite linen brown color for the entire body, including the rod, with the material called wood. For the base, as you'll see, I chose linen for the primary color and wheat for the secondary color. Nice. So let's remove everything off the table for that glam cam. I really do love this lamp, but let's try the solid color lampshades. For that, we'll just have to move the bottom vase over and put the cube there, and we'll measure where we want the shade to sit and add our carpet tool. Then we can place our lampshade right on top. For the record, this is also a pretty lamp, but for this tutorial, I'm creating a two-toned lampshade, so after scaling this cylinder down, I chose to color it ghost gray. So now I'm going to go ahead and place the second cylinder right on top and adjust the sizes. So now we can add our bottom vase back on using the medium size grid. That is so gorgeous, but let's color it up for someone who may want a pink lamp aesthetic. I just love these colors for this lamp. I'm really loving the pinks. So how about a little bit of glam cam? Come join me to see how these lamps can look in your own builds. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below for me to answer them. I had so much fun being with you today. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and had fun building the lamps with me. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Ciao!